well.
I don't like much.
I like it.
You want me
It's
to have
like a
this?
classroom.
Dance with the swivel.
Where is it?
Dance with the one that brung you.
Oh, there's Swivl. I didn't see it.
Hi, Jamin.
We should try and confuse the Swivl.
I don't think
That's easy, just lay it right at its face.
You should put it above it.
Well, but we'll have the presentation right
He's
above
saying
it.
that's
Yeah.
well, in
They
small
should.
groups, sure.
They should learn to deal with
Everybody
it.
have their model? Everybody have the 3 rubrics? And the
No.
bell isn't ready yet, so
I
I'm
have
patiently
model,
waiting
but
for
I
the
forgot
bell.
to label
This
it.
is the fun part.
Why do you think about a short dress? It's class girls.
Why would you have a 0? Well, that's your responsibility, not mine.
I
did mine.
Did my,
It's
did I get my
it's not.
empty plates turned in? Cause like I did.
I think so, yeah, I turned it in final
No, I
grade.
don't do that because then I can't bend it.
It's the day of the dead.
It's
Oh my
not
gosh, I
broken.
got it.
Actually,
today.
Monday was the day
I
of the
think
dead,
it's
wasn't it?
spring, so.
Today
No,
is-
no, no, the first.
I don't know, it just says on Google day of the dead. Yeah.
Google never
I wanna
lies.
say
Yesterday was All Saints Day.
All Saints, there you go, All Saints Days, yeah.
Yeah.
Today's Day of the Dead, there you go, I'll
What
take
I
that.
do?
Jamin, I gotta write one more thing on there. Wednesday's a B day, I messed up. Get out a pen.
Jamin, are you gonna be gone?
Just Wednesday, leaving at 2.
Oh, cool.
What do you have on B days, what do you have at the end of the day? English, right? Alright.
Don't go there,
That's a
Jimmy.
fun class, isn't it, Jim?
Well,
Try
I know
Mr. Schneider.
where you live. He's talking to you.
You don't know where I live.
So you have to have Mr. Schneider sign it too.
Not now, later.
Daniel,
In
if
a
she
little
doesn't know where you
while.
live, I can tell her.
I'm gonna give you a number.
Don't tell
You
her.
need to remember what your number is this time. Don't screw up and put yourself in a
Yep,
number
and
that
life
you,
skills.
that you don't
This
need,
is
alright?
instruct-
I think it
and
was the
Mrs.
ladies
Schneider.
that screwed up the groups last time.
Yes. No, I was in that group too. It was me, Erica.
It
No,
was you,
No, you.
Erica,
That
and
was,
Haley.
No, he
that was all
You
you.
did, you read the names wrong.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't our fault.
I'm sure it was.
So we're doing that tomorrow, obviously. you know that, right?
Okay, yeah.
Ready?
You
One.
got the same grades I did.
2,
One.
3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Page 2,
Oh.
Mason 3,
Ooh.
Riley 1, 2,
Only took me 3
Hunter
days.
you're 3, Daniel you're 1, Alex you're 2. Y'all gonna remember your names?
No.
I have to
Numbers?
keep it on my finger so I don't
Yes, there you
forget.
go.
I'm number 1.
I might as well just put this on my sticky note.
Alright, so are we ready to go?
No,
No.
No.
I forgot my number.
Where do we want these people? 1s, 2s, 3s? Where do we want to put them?
2s go back
One's
here.
over here.
Ones go
3's
home.
right here.
No, we're not doing it that way.
1s can come here since me
Chill.
and
Chill.
Me.
I think you need to tell them how we're doing it.
Oh, sure, I can do that. Alright, so first round out, 1s. You are going to share out to 3s. Everybody who's a 1 is going to talk to somebody who's a 3. Everybody who's a 2 is going to talk to somebody who's a 1. And everybody who's a 3 is going to talk to somebody who's a 2. I don't think that'll work.
Mr. Schneider?
No, it won't work. We thought about this and it,
They just need to
Oh, come on.
split up into 3 groups and evaluate the people in that group. Everybody's got their own anyway.
1s, 2s,
All
and
the ones
3s.
can do
They've
all
got
the
to do
ones.
3, so then we'll have to switch them around.
All the ones can do the other ones. There'll be
Okay.
3 of them.
We can do it that way.
All the 2s
That
can
makes
do the
more
other 2.
sense.
It doesn't make more sense.
Please.
That makes
just
no
different.
sense at all.
Because right
Just
there, the
different.
Jews are literally doing nothing.
That's usually the way it works.
Yes, I'm a 2, I'm a 2, I'm a 2.
See? You're a 2. Who else is a 2? There, see? There.
No, Alex is always doing
It's
something.
like, okay, so it's 50% right.
It would work, but you guys would get lost in the middle, and there's no way we can fix it for you, because we don't know who has what number.
Alright. Here's the deal with this. Remember, when you are evaluating your classmates, you are not evaluating the classmate, you are evaluating the work that they do.
I don't believe. I got my project.
Okay?
Eric.
That is
Payment
what-
downtown.
That is,
Oh, yeah.
Sophomores, you need
That-
to series up.
that is what you need to evaluate. The work, not the person. We all know Erica is a wonderful person. Because Erica is a wonderful person doesn't mean you just look at the rubric and go, oh, 4s.
What
No.
if there's 5s?
Okay? Are there any questions on the rubric?
Somebody say yes.
All or nothing?
Yes.
Yes, all or nothing. Good job, Hunter.
All or nothing. Morning, Mrs. Keller.
So no in between?
No in-betweens. They either did it to mastery or they did not do it at all.
You should
Okay.
know this by now,
And
guys.
how do you want us, like, where do you want us to put their grade that we give them, like,
On the rubric?
yeah, but like, for each category, how do you want us to do that? Yeah, like under,
I gotta see what you're saying.
so like, under this part, so we give them a
That's circle.
Accordingly.
Yeah, okay, alright.
How do we
The regular circle. Okay, use a tool. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
I don't get the representation.
What don't you get?
Small part, combines features, small part, and
Has everybody looked at the rubric?
I don't.
Have you read through it all?
Transport
Yeah,
buses.
no.
Do you understand what we're looking for?
So, if they're gonna use a cell phone, and part of what the cell does is listen, is there a part of the cell phone that listens?
Oh, but
Is
It
it
doesn't
actually
actually
do
have to do
what it does?
or it has to do what it does on or off.
At least in the analogy of it, yeah. You can't say
I get
that
it now.
it's a tractor is the vacuole, but the tractor never,
Did you do the same thing as I tried
They
to do?
feel good.
alright?
Did you do the same thing as I tried to do?
I have no idea.
No, I was just asking for grading.
Here's the deal, you have classmates you need to ask questions of, and they need to be explaining their model to you. It's not just simply you, here it is.
What's up, Jamie?
There it is.
So,
This is not your sign.
so do threes go together now?
Yes,
No.
threes are gonna go together.
No.
Yes,
Two.
please.
Here.
Hang on a minute, don't move yet. On your rubric? Okay.
They make sense.
Where are ones
Mason, are
going,
you
people?
agree?
Mary, did you get
So,
two?
Oh, I bet I didn't.
who's over there is a three? Oh,
Three. So when we say all the threes go over here, you go with that group, okay?
Ones, let's go to the front of the room.
Ones, yeah, right here. Come and meet.
Oh, Erica's one. Let's go to the back room, just so
I'm sitting here already.
Yeah.
Are you a 1 2?
Yeah.
No, just be 1, not a 1 2.
No.
G-O-O.
Wait, are we supposed to move right now? Okay,
Yeah.
three.
She said new.
Mason.
No threes are up my butt.
Everybody stop a second, because I think I said don't move yet.
That's what I thought you said, but then these guys said that we're
What
supposed
you
to
said
move.
So why should you listen to your classmates?
Daniel, you
Maybe
tried
I
to blame it on
heard
everybody
What?
else.
Your
I
classmates
said
would
new.
have done
Said Redwood. Shut up.
Everybody look at the middle part where it says like representation, look at that. You have 3 different parts there. So you have the model part combines features of both the cell part and the model part. You also have the model part is recognizable, that's a completely different category. And you also have the model part is totally unrecognizable or missing, that's a different part as well. So when you're doing representation, it's either gonna be a first category, second category, or third category, right? Circle the one that fits. And make sure that you have reasons for why you are doing what you do. If I ask you in 2.5 minutes, why did you choose this one, and you say, I don't know, I yell at you.
And you fail at life.
So we should take notes about why we
You should absolutely take notes, Daniel.
Daniel.
Absolutely, which is what I just said, right? You should have an explanation. And trust me, after you're all done, you're not gonna remember everybody's.
For these things to be useful, when you're done with them, to the person that gave the presentation, they need feedback.
They need good feedback.
Don't copy and paste.
Reads that minute, because the way I was,
No, I have a Bible from
I think our
It's mine actually.
That's a long ways away.
I have a $12 and they don't even
I want to do it, that's what I did, just walk around and have them.
Out for a rep, I
Probably the whole day at least.
Well, we have till noon, so, all right, so go to your quiz now,
That makes sense.
number 2,
Where the one's going?
here,
Way up front, where the two's going?
Right here.
Bye,
Where the
Paige.
three's going? Over there.
If I unplug, I gotta redo everything. Yo, home dogs, come here.
Mrs. Keller, we're gonna put you with the 2s first.
So where do I go to?
Just come over this way.
Oh, so I do it right now?
I can go over these tables.
Are we doing this in our groups?
Yes.
So like,
I don't know.
yeah.
You are three. There's three.
So this
matter,
is.
We
Where are
just,
the
each other.
threes?
something, you're grading each
but
one.
that's-
You wanna,
Act like confident going up.
No,
I'm just kneel and be real.
Mr. Schneider.
Riley would be allowed to.
Did you do yours?
Yours?
I have
Did
a,
you do yours?
I have a rough, I have a rough sketch of it.
Wait, I need a chair.
Don't start yet.
Come on.
What did you say?
Can I borrow your pen?
Oh, don't sit in the aisle. That's right. At the back, you we screwed over that one.
Probably not.
Now we look like we're.
Now we got.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Everybody,
Everybody
everybody stop for a second, because we've got larger groups than just three, right? You have
Everybody stop for a second and while you talking right through the middle of
You
it.
have to do three from your group, but if everybody in the group just does the same three, that doesn't help two people, right? So in your groups, you need to figure out who's doing who, et cetera, et cetera. If they are not done, they must still have a rubric filled out for them.
And
That
they
is
must
your
still
responsibility.
present.
I'll do Erica, Haley, and Riley.
I'll do Eric and Haley.
Okay.
I'll do my
So, where are we going? So like,
Like, I have one now.
What we could do is just pick the first two people to right.
okay.
Everyone do the
Okay,
two people
so-
to right.
That's basically your.
I have Riley.
I have the three I said I was doing.
Well, what was your idea?
Exactly why I picked them.
Mr. Schneider.
How come I didn't do a good job?
The
So
thing.
Gracie, Grace,
Okay.
Ty,
Kind of
Ty,
spell
Grace, Paige, Paige, Grace.
No.
I already
No.
have you three now.
Oh, you're frozen.
Spaceship.
Mr. Schneider. Can I sit in the teacher's chair?
We're not supposed to read.
They know.
Can I start?
Yes.
Not yet. I'm not ready.
I'm Mrs. Kelly.
When everybody's ready to observe you, yes?
Oh, you froze again.
Ready to listen.
Don't make us tell you.
Sure, I'm ready.
So I can.
And who's presenting?
Erica.
Make sure that that thing is coming near you and pointing at you.
You are, okay. You guys have your comments?
So I'll do all the boys.
Oh,
I'll do Paige and
Okay, so
Grace.
you basically.
And then you might want to take a peek at the camera to make sure that it's,
Because you can.
oh, you know, it would be unfortunate if she was talking and she was
Oh,
answering.
probably about 40 minutes. Yeah, this will take time. So you want to do it right now?
Has to be if this is.
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. Everybody stop a second. We're gonna modify just for a second.
There'd be a way to get me up on the big screen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, she wants to talk to us
She
about
does. She wants to talk to you real quick. Forgot about that.
She's been evaluating some of her work and you need feedback.
And Brooklyn did the worst on this.
Ah, Brooklyn.
Hey, you didn't do it, kiddo. You weren't here for
I was like,
it. So there you go. You have everywhere to go from there.
wait, is she talking about super plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, she's didn't see this yet
Because we're
though.
not supposed to yet.
Brooklyn failed.
Sorry, we're not supposed to.
I
We're not supposed to.
You look a little freaked out because I'm not the big screen.
Hunter failed.
Well, you know, I saw November 4th, and I was like, okay.
I'm gonna pretend like I'm playing a game.
You got to bring a light in here?
Yeah. Okay,
Any points?
Mason, what you have like a rough sketch.
Alright.
You'll get it, yeah. Because that's better
Is
than.
that what you want up there?
All I have is a July.
Alright, come together. Sophomores, listen.
Grace here. So you guys, as promised, I wanted to just talk to you really quickly about the super plant project and how you can modify that. Remember, we're in the evaluate and modify stage. So you turned in your product. You probably weren't happy with your grade unless you were one of the two people that got in the 60s out of 70, but still those weren't perfect either. So I wanted to give you guys a chance and some hints about how to get all those points, improve your grades. I know a couple of people have said that they're not happy with your grades in this class. This is a way you can fix that. Remember, the share, the final stage, is not until the end of the semester. So you have time to do this, but you should do it sooner rather than later. So I wanted to show some examples of what projects projects I really liked, even if they didn't get full credit. There's some good stuff in here that we can all learn from, I think. So, this was the cornopole tree one. Can everyone see this okay?
That is a great name.
Yeah.
Yeah, great, totally great name,
Except
right?
it's a
You know, there were
super
very
plant, not a
few that
super
did not
plant.
have a great
Yeah,
name, like
Daniel.
someone just.
I was hungry when I did this.
Parents or something, but, yeah, you guys rocked the creativity on this and I loved it. So this person shows a little picture with the stem, the roots, and then they talk about what their disaster is. So it's gonna be a severe drought, that's helpful, so I know what your apocalypse scenario is. And then they mentioned almost all of the plant parts. They have roots.
No, not freezing.
I think we should throw it.
Heather, if you can hear us, you've frozen on the roots.
Am I freezing up again?
You froze right after the roots.
Oh, roots, stem, leaves, flowers, fruits, and then it's missing seeds. Does that make sense?
Yep. Yeah.
So yeah, you need all 6 of those components in there, and so a lot of people just had roots and stems, or maybe fruits and leaves. You need all 6. They talked about how it's related to GMOs. That's only a point, but it's a necessary relation that I thought we should include in there. And then
You froze again.
You put create on super plant, so you get 1.
they took from and what they did. So not just, oh, hey, I used labs 3 and 6. Well, that's great. You used labs 3 and 6, but tell me how. Give me the so what. Like, why does it matter that these leaves are a certain way? Tell me something with the science so we know that you guys learned something. I mean, it's one thing to have fun making a soup.
Per plant.
I like soup. Yeah, I like soup too. This is good.
I spelled it right this time, guys.
Oh.
This person did a great job with that. But again, he's missing the seeds, so this one still didn't get full credit. Any questions so far? I have 2 more examples I want to show you guys.
No, there was a couple that commented, oh, I forgot to do that, or I did that part, or that kind of thing, so this is a valuable
Yeah, make
thing.
notes of it. Make notes of it, you guys. Whatever you're seeing, like, oh, I forgot seeds. Oh, I forgot leaves. Oh, I forgot to list the labs.
And Daniel, devil's in the details on the way your handwriting looks.
What do you? Oh, on the drawing.
The better grade you'll get, because I'll be able to find it easily. Okay, next. The curly stemmed red fruit bush.
Another great
Oh
name.
no, one of those is mine.
Grace is dead.
Stop
Yay.
this one though.
Gracie dying.
I took your names off of it because I didn't want to embarrass anybody.
If it was tomorrow, he'd be.
We knew the last one was Daniel's by how he spelled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Supper plant.
I was trying not to embarrass anybody. My bad.
I don't care. They don't know my spelling's
Yeah,
bad.
Daniel knows his
Daniel
spelling
doesn't care.
stinks.
I don't care.
Okay. Well, I was also trying not to create like king or queen of the super plants. Like, because like I said, nobody's was perfect, so we all have something to learn. So this one had a really cool picture, and I don't know why that got lost here, but it explains why there's a curl on the stem. Let me see if I can make this bigger so you guys can see it.
She's a Minecraft geek. She's like you.
There's a curl in the stem, so this to me relates to the gravity part. So that was like the lab 5, I think, which is great, but you need to mention lab 5. You need to say, like in lab 5, when we talked about gravity and the roots, going into the soil, this plant doesn't need to have anything to do with that because it has little springs in the stem, and that's why my plant is super. So again, it's that so what? Like, well, why is this plant super? Why? How does it relate to the science? And then let's see here. I'm trying to remember what it was that this one was missing. It needs all the plant parts, so it didn't quite get all the plant parts in this one either. And then it needs to list the labs. That's this one that you made.
one is mine.
Yeah, where do you?
Tyson in a study hall.
Yeah.
South Central, boom, right? This is a strong plant, just remember to relate it to the science. And I think that was everybody's biggest problem, was just relating it to the science.
I got bored.
What's that?
I said I got bored when I did this, so I just started basically doing anything I could.
You liked creating the plant, but you didn't want to create to the specs?
Yeah.
But this is the part,
Oh, you froze. Okay, I think she can hear that.
No, I think she's checking her chin.
Stop mid-sentence, just to...
No pimples today, we're good, boys.
I see your hair.
Alright,
We're solid.
here we go.
okay, last one. So this one, beautiful PowerPoint slides, tells me the disaster, and then talks about the roots, relates it to lab 5, but misses out, I think we have roots, leaves, stems, flowers, but it's missing the fruits and the seeds. And then it talks about lab 5 really obviously, and since I think it was lab 2, or whichever one, lab 4, the roots one. But it was only labs 4 and 5, and maybe the one about leaves, so it's.
While we're waiting for Heather to come back,
Oh,
she disappeared.
oh,
Yep.
okay.
There was a plant that grew this way and then up. What's that called?
Ding dong.
Phototropism.
I'm
And-
back.
Yay.
There she is. And the roots would grow sideways and then they would grow down because the plant was tipped over, which is gravitropism.
I knew that.
Alright.
The internet connection is
Oh, you're back.
There you're moving.
Oh, now you're
Oh,
frozen.
now you're frozen again.
This is like
Their
when I had
connection
a video
is just
chat
sucking
on
butts today.
Yeah.
So I
Her
said, partner,
connection
There we
is
go.
not awesome today. Now you're back. Now you're back.
Okay, hopefully I'll stay. Where did I cut out?
Right at the end of the last one. If you want to do the 4th one, we'd be good.
Oh, okay, no, yeah, there's only 3, and I
Okay.
just wanted to say, you guys,
Merry Christmas.
everybody's projects fell into one of those 3 categories, or those 3 projects that I showed you. Everybody had something in common with one of those.
Cool.
So whether it's the so what about the,
What was
It's
the
like
so what?
1997.
She sounds like a robot.
She's on a hotspot
Your
today
voice got a little
because
bit
they
tinny
are
and then you got
doing
out.
Redoing the building.
Yeah, they're building.
They're building a building.
Yeah, the construction project is raising Cain with our
There
classes.
you go. Mrs. Kellert, how long do you
Yes.
think we should give them before they redo these? Before they're due?
what do you guys think?
A week.
I know that there's other work that you guys have in this class, but the sooner the better, right?
I think so too.
I
We
think
wanna
a
do
week.
by Friday?
A week from today.
A week from today, so
Let's
next
try
Monday.
Friday, and then one thing I cut out, but I was saying, we
Friday.
could get up to an A- on this. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Is that too
Yeah.
easy?
Nope, that's cool.
So yeah, guys, just include all those labs, include all the parts, you'll be good.
Awesome.
So if they're due by Friday, got it. Never mind.
Do you want us to say, like, this is from, like, lab X or whatever?
She
Yeah.
wants more of an explanation. What about that lab
Do you
is
wanna
from
say,
there?
this, in lab blah, 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 this is blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
About this, that's why I incorporated
Right,
this.
Alright, do you want to stick her with him, please, so that she can listen to the presentation?
I actually have to run to a meeting.
Oh, then we will not stick you with
Away
her.
from here.
Cool, cool,
Today they
cool.
have to be scheduled at 12:30.
Awesome.
I'm sorry to interrupt you guys, I just wanted to give that little spiel. Hope you guys had a good Halloween.
Yes, did you?
Yes, I did, well ours was Thursday.
Oh, that's right.
How was your Thursday night
Yeah,
trick
no,
or
it was
treaters?
fun. And I hope you guys are staying warm. I will see you on Wednesday.
Alright, sounds good.
Okay. Bye. See you, Mrs. Keller. Adios.
Alright, young people, as you are.
Eric,
Go, go, go.
So,
Yes.
I made a ship.
But it's not coming this way.
Hey, buddy.
It's
Over here, bud. It's a space shuttle.
Oh, it's
No, no, sorry.
it has a little bit of brain damage. It's
It's been dropped.
I think
There.
dropped on its head as a child.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Young people, you have until noon,
Okay.
and you must use that entire time period.
What if we run out of time for
We'll go, don't worry about that. I know you're sitting beside Daniel, but don't worry about something you don't need to worry about yet.
Okay.
You're great.
Yes. So I decided to like my
Is there a hole?
Yes.
Yes, there is.
My
Gracie,
gym with the equipment, which is like the cell wall that it affects.
I know.
Just as in part of this presentation, we're gonna see if this place plants being
And
real.
then this box line around here is like ticket takers game because it like some number in Excel.
Just make sure that everybody has three.
Ticket takers control this.
And then not three that he's done, is three people. Okay, good, good, good.
Never 3 times.
And that is like the back jewel in the cell. Stores the back
Make sure that everybody not only is grading three, but they've got three coming to them.
If you don't have 3 filled out rubrics in your hand when you're done, you're doing it wrong. And that will affect your grade.
You know what we mean by that?
So who's all grading here? Us 3. Solar. Who's all grading here?
And it actually
Who's all grading here? The plasma membrane is a little thing outside.
be raising your hand.
Okay, so let's make sure filling it all.
Grade the 3 people to your right.
Plant wall. And that will be better than
Stupid.
Alright,
go, go, go.
Things to get out.
So, we got bomber.
That's cute.
So the,
Sorry, Mr.
the bees are my cheerleaders, which represents mitochondria and cell. She just like
That's
because mitochondria gives energy.
Okay, so you
So
run
it
across
gives,
and
no, she's seriously like players energy when they cheer. And then this is the core, or the rest ER.
Mine.
The rest guard is and then this is the coach, or the players who are both like every week. And then this is the point, which is also the protein itself. And then in the basketball dog.
And then if
This is like the trainer.
Oh, wait.
This is the trainer. And
Yeah, I got
that's
this
like
smooth
the
thing.
trainer. And then here's the
Yeah, I also
trainer.
got this.
It's not supposed to.
I got
she
the
wasn't supposed to
smooth
do
ER
that,
and
but
rough
she
ER.
was
These things right here.
Like, I got confused, but it's like the
Aww.
and so.
I knew it was her.
Doesn't matter.
Just
the
one
last name is
page.
on there, woman.
She's the only page they have in
I was
the
gonna-
class.
The whole school even, I think.
Yeah.
I seriously don't know, like, because Pokemon converts the energy into sunlight.
I don't really know any person.
Or sunlight and energy for plants to use, and
Oh.
players convert.
I can't
Oh,
fix it.
How long ago was that?
I was great.
All or nothing.
Isn't that about
Oh, all or
All or
nothing.
nothing.
That's a good one, of course.
Yeah, your master's
Yeah.
work, you did.
That would have been funny.
Well, yeah.
Almost. There's always a few of those, though. Yay.
Okay, so does he have a model?
Shaky.
I'm gonna be really blatant over eyes wrong. Does he have a model?
What am I looking at?
No, he doesn't. Brady
Yeah, I
has.
see now.
So how many colors?
But he has good
Does, right, but does he have a model?
And I agree.
So can you give him full credit?
No.
No.
What does he need to do to that to make it into a?
Alright, so, make it nicer.
And here's where you need to, right, and that's where your input needs to happen.
Pause.
Where does he now need to improve it? And when he improves the model.
Yeah, my key's up here, I'm sorry.
What's 2D?
I don't get like, I get 3D, but then.
And I know that's hard, but you don't have all or nothing, don't look at him,
Because I didn't think
look
about
at
it,
the work.
because I didn't do it over the weekend. I did all the hits I had to do.
Parker knows that we're not grading Parker, we're grading the work he did or
You
didn't.
picked the one that fits it closer.
And the only way you can improve what he has not done, Parker is to help him do 7 to 8.
And I'll bet you don't forget to eat whatever you
You've got other tools on there other than
I did not.
I wouldn't either.
You don't know how to use the tools in Microsoft Word? So I need to have Mrs. Bitterman take some time
And
during
then
this
you
review
need
to
to
teach
tell
you.
us.
Sure. Put in certain
Parker's project.
You have shapes that you can do.
But you didn't have
Click
it yet.
over here.
Right. So you should just wait for the next one.
Highlight.
And then on the next one.
Because that matters.
Nothing over guys.
Well, you can actually blame Hunter for that because
It's hard,
pushed
Brooklyn, but
it's
it's what needs to
So
happen.
you don't have anything.
I'm not even surprised he didn't set the fire.
So Mason, okay.
Why are the cheerleaders?
Show us your thingy.
Why are they in the corner?
Let me check.
Don't cheerleaders pump up the crowd, not
I'm gonna shred this.
You should do your.
They're changing for the players. Who's going next?
Yeah, I go.
So I have Ray Riley.
Hey Riley, no.
No, why?
Mason.
They told us what they are.
Now, Riley.
Because she explained why.
Maybe it won't turn
It looks like it's supposed to be like.
Oh, shut
Can everyone see?
Not the same thing.
I can bring to you.
I thought you were doing like a.
I'm sorry, Daniel.
You're like.
No.
Dang it.
Loaded. Wonder if Kim is here.
Oh, I
Yes,
read
but
it.
all you.
So designing is
So what will you, what should you be marking on the roof?
To get all your.
It's Riley proof now.
I just need one.
All fine.
Wait, so I can't even.
Because we just had that discussion with those guys here too, they're looking at Parker.
So all I gotta do is.
Oh, you put me on the hot Parker.
He doesn't have a phone. So,
And those passwords.
make sure that you're letting her know how to improve her work, not just grading Dave.
Is it like camel? You don't even know. Cause Haley.
Your model is very well done.
She even uses the same color of things on
So even though I didn't do anything.
See, the side's yellow, they're all yellow, they're not like different colors in the sides.
There's a whole thing
Is that?
It's probably.
Oh, I'm trying to get into the users.
Okay, now we need. No, you wanna see how I talk to Mason?
All right.
Alright.
Is it nice?
Yeah.
Oh, it's confused. Yeah.
I have used them.
No, it's not.
Hold on.
It's fine.
Do you have an analogy?
That is all. Do you have a stylus to write on this?
Home, because y'all's got to make it.
Little pen thing?
Oh, you have to write a description on all.
You're supposed to give them info as to how to better improve
So
their
if they
stuff.
didn't do anything.
You need to give them info. He's obviously gone through his, to show you what he's gonna do. Now you need to help him improve that. What did he say? What is he not necessarily? Proportion's one of those things that's coming up a lot.
Doesn't get together.
Diagram. I chose a blue. Who's doing it next?
That's all or nothing, it's all or nothing, that's
Cell membrane.
But does it apply to the creativity?
There we go, Mason.
Back here, the controls. The the egg stick.
I don't think it
Like
applies
the
to
analogy,
grades
I think she meant the analogy reasoning, right?
No, she means everything.
Miss Schneider, is everything all or nothing?
Yes.
Why? That's not fair.
Yes, it is.
That's
It's
how
either mastered or it's not.
I did too.
Make them rotate.
We're not
and then
physicists.
fuel because that's what.
That's how she rolls.
It's how we roll.
Well, what about the grades? You only have
The
to
stuff, the
do
powers,
it.
that
Is
stuff.
that an
It's all or nothing.
Good
Yeah, on the cell wall,
If you do
would
that,
be
plus
like
add
the
human beings, roll with the grades.
fenders and the doors.
Really?
Of the big
It's
not the old frame of it, but it's the outside layer.
So choose your master.
What was that?
Engine, because that's where
These
all
ones
the
are
power gets all
like
the
what they
power
can
and
do
charges.
something.
Is it over the top? Does it stand out?
an okay job?
Is the
I see.
analogy clear? Is it understood?
This is a Jordan.
So, yeah, that
I
one.
don't know if it
that's
does
how
what
it's
like
more
I
like
said.
a diesel because it's. Those are your
Yeah,
for
great.
the cell.
It just doesn't sound work.
And
Screw that Jordan deal.
over back to the wall. Vacuoles would be
Yes, I see.
because that's
Look
where
at
it would hold it.
Does it stand out?
I don't think so. I think that's like supposed to be a
Does it
cell.
generate the analogy?
Neutron and the electrons and and front buffer would be the
So, now we just gotta listen to her.
What I mean, like,
check out
don't
her
look
mom.
at it and say, this is what I
because
would
it's
have
there
done.
to
And then when she's done, I'll help you.
protect the pickup from.
Right?
Not all fragrance of
I
handles.
know, but again, I'm giving her an example. I know what you do.
Have to do
But
cytoplasm?
just the right amount or
How that could have been better. But take it purely as it
So
is.
what's the nucleus supposed to
Does it
be?
stand out?
It is the inside.
Does it
I'll
demonstrate?
just explain that.
Is it scale?
I'm sorry. Gosh.
Means you should plug one of those in for your handle.
Do you have any questions about the scale?
For what you're doing.
Just have a question.
The reason you understand
How much money do you have on GTA?
Now?
It's not on the outside technically.
Who's next here, guys?
On the
Oh, we're moving. That's it.
No, but like I got.
Yeah,
You know
on
how
the dashboard.
you know how much
All the time.
you had when you left
Pretty
on
much.
Saturday?
Okay, so.
Frank
my
Buffalo's working on
nucleus
it.
here.
I think my
This is the main office. The main office, sends out jobs to the workers. And so just kind of like, sends out the jobs for
Like clean up the pew.
the, yeah. Okay, and then the
You have
mitochondria,
until noon.
these little red things, would be the
Yeah.
electric control
Wait,
centers
let's go.
found throughout the amusement parks.
Well, I hate
Sensors,
I hate noobs. Noobs are annoying. Ty has
and
something, so
the
anybody
smear
that
and the plasma. This,
Schneider.
That's same, so you.
would be the workers at the amusement park.
But I can
because
tell
they
you
know
saying
about
about
the
this.
cell,
I can tell you about my tractor.
I question the sum and reason.
Yeah, and I don't think he
Okay,
has
so I
all
need
of
to
that.
be
So
careful
like,
with your injuries then, for example.
Would
I don't
be
know.
like,
I don't have
also
a-
be workers,
Yeah, I'm
maybe
also
selling
not-
like water and snacks.
How it would be related to
Yeah.
that.
And then the vacuole,
Okay,
you
here's
have
the
that
nucleus.
for
You didn't even need scoliosis, you only need the
well,
nucleus.
the locker rooms, common
So,
area,
Here's my question for you.
It's like a water
Because,
Is that a preference in creativity, or is there a reason?
it's a preference
Yeah.
because.
Okay, then the
you
cell
need
wall, which
the
is like this
staff
black
to go
cardboard
up
right
and
here.
pick up the blood pressure you receive and
Is the walls around or fences around the
So it was a
that,
favorite,
holds
and I was
the park
thinking ahead.
together.
He's nucleus.
And then the cell membrane is this red string,
That's just.
and that would be the ticket taker.
What do you think the
Allows
mitochondria
people
would
who
do?
bought tickets and go.
Tell me the
And
job
then
of
the
the
core
mitochondria.
pass
What does the mitochondria do?
That's my question to you.
stores
It's really only you, so it's just
Right.
do whatever
Are
you
you gonna phone a
want.
friend?
because the.
Taylor, what does it do?
Whatever it is.
Kind
So basically, so it's just
of like the
the
cell or the plasma
then we're like, and also I see
proteins
like.
into it.
The plasma membrane is
I know what I'm
this
thinking of,
pink line,
mitochondria and
would be
then
screwed
something.
guard
Makes
because it kicks out many people.
Well, my first was the fuel, but then I was like,
a fence around your base, so.
To the what?
glow plugs.
And then the protein would be the, so you know how I said,
You could go there, that's where the spark
food and
starts.
water,
It's
right,
like-
and the lysosomes,
Oh,
really
is there one
very
in
fine
the things on
protein,
Minecraft?
protein, energy, and the
Yeah, no, I-
So,
I'm not certain of the smokestacks you have in the letters.
Uh,
is with you.
So beautiful.
It's Java cell membrane.
It's a work in
To
progress.
control what protein, like.
Golgi apparatus is
cell.
just like a simple test of
I feel like that's not. I heard you were gonna take
items that need to be
Oh,
stored.
Wrong,
You've got the right idea going on in your head, you've just got that big wrong part.
Your left
Cell
finger.
acts the same as the mass.
I don't know what you're
You're driving a Chevy. Yeah.
It didn't do anything.
I realized I had math class the other day.
The window goes down, you pull it up and the window goes up.
Rhizome, he's driving the Chevy.
They were on the field, I've never seen before.
Hey,
He could use the.
Chevys is better than Fords.
Thank you.
Dorothy pulled behind the
Is she
Ford.
done? Okay.
You want it really
Did you ask me a question?
No,
Did you ask her
I was
questions?
gonna help him.
Come here,
fill out the
I'll come
rubric.
help.
And then it's not
Parker,
it's
it's all
kind of like the Golgi
What?
apparatus,
Darn
it's nice, but
Is it?
It's all or nothing.
in Minecraft, they have every test.
How'd you do that?
Mine came apart.
Especially
Life's so much
transport,
harder.
like you have an every test at point A.
Or
You
precise.
can do the whole.
So let me ask you
thing.
this. Did she give you a cell part of the model that's
There you
relevant?
go.
The
It's
other
a-
test, like,
Did everything in her cell model match up to those cell parts that you know?
There, just place another one.
What do you think?
Computers.
Did it?
Computers.
Alright, so we're gonna have
And if there isn't a computer, because you're old school, and you got an old one,
Over the top
what
and
controls
stands
the
out.
firing of the pistons?
The mitochondria.
Just this cell.
Controls.
Okay, you do that? No. I know, you wanna help, he knows how to do this.
And you have to be
He's
in
an
the
independent
time
soul.
period.
And.
He's an independent
And
soul.
actual,
I'm not.
just
Gonna do
not
some
like
of
a
those,
test, but
in the
maybe
gas
like a
ones.
storage.
Alright, but what's that gonna do, kiddo? Is that gonna highlight all of the cells? You don't wanna highlight all the cells, right?
Whole, like, for any variety of nutrients that have
File.
as nutrients.
Say that.
That's the brain, that's the control.
So we now want to just make that cell.
Hey.
Items.
Alright, so how do you do that? Can you just, go ahead.
There you go.
Did
There
you?
really is only one way to spell Brooklyn, or it's, I
Yeah,
actually,
it's
I know the other name, which I
N-E-W-Y-O-R-K. We should start at the beginning or start at the bottom.
The only name I spelled right was Parker. I forgot your name.
Oh, yeah, I'm a great guy.
So it's all of a sudden. Oh my god.
I think I forgot the.
Now what are you gonna do?
I'll tell you how I spelled it.
You're gonna highlight that part, right? Awesome. Yep, so let's make it yellow. That'll work, because yellow is
He
the
wants to
color.
send the rubrics to them.
My thing is,
Hold on to him for just a second.
No, I forgot the S.
Alright, good. That tells us all enough, right? So let's go here to the requirements. Did she give you a model that combines
B-R-O.
features of the cell and the model?
P-R-O-O-K-L-Y.
Yeah?
Okay,
So let's
so we
start with
didn't
that
use
one right
a-
there.
Toaster, yeah.
You guys running out of time? You have 15 minutes.
This is why it's like,
Redneck.
this is why rednecks and give you rednecks.
This is
No, I-
This is why rednecks and Laura don't spell.
Alright, so how creative was
More
she?
into something we already had.
Yeah.
Did she give you a creative?
No, I actually just played on it, I played on it.
Let me ask you this, was it,
I could build.
wow, look what Brooklyn did, or was it,
Details, I made it really simple. Yeah,
which one do you think that is? Is it a wow, or a, huh?
I'd say it was Mary.
What do you
I'd
think?
say it was
Better than ours.
It's probably a wow.
It's very fun, Paige. It's very, it's difficult now because there's so much
I don't
stuff.
like amusement parks, so she immediately fails, but.
So if you start now.
Mailer.
Alright, how about you, does it look good? What do you think? You look at it, what do you think? Does it look good or does it look
I
bad?
started playing Minecraft right.
So it was good? Alright, so we're gonna want to do that
Yeah.
right there.
It's from Canada.
Cell changes.
I'm an A.
Yeah.
Never goes back. It was so
Protein
Good.
things.
I bought it.
Now, we wanna go to file, save
And
that.
I'm gonna put 2 eggs in there.
This is.
File, save that. File,
No,
save that.
two.
We have to
Oh,
put
no,
Brooklyn's
but
name on it.
I already,
So
I
save that.
already did 2.
Awesome.
What do you need it?
No.
Stop.
Save it to your computer, right?
Dash water.
It produces.
How do you spell my last name? There you go, that'll work,
This
yeah.
is how.
What is your
We
name?
want to put Brooklyn's name.
Oh, yeah.
That file, we want to put, in fact, I'm gonna shorten it for you, we're just gonna call it.
It's different.
Slaughter that one
Brooklyn
too.
Brower. That's her name, so we're just gonna do B.
Yeah, spell my last name.
These are the.
Spell my last name.
There you go, and now you need to put cell city,
E-N.
rubric,
Proteins.
U-R-G.
C-L-L,
Ship them out.
Dude,
city, C-I-T-L,
These right here.
E-E-R-G.
rubric,
That's what I said.
Is chloroplast.
E-N.
I've been.
B-R.
The little boxes.
Chris is like, well,
Brings
I've been dating Brianna for a year, I still can't spell her last name.
What's your last name?
Stoner.
Huh? Okay.
Stoner.
Stabner.
Stay down. S for the
My
five.
friend's
And I
last
still
name.
can't spell her last name.
So you can't spell my friend's last name.
Whoa.
I love it.
S
Is it
is
Stabner or
the
Stoner?
My
five.
parents are like,
The walls are
I
on.
got scared. It's like,
You even
That's
have
so
like,
violent.
you're gonna have
Last
some
name. This one right there.
H-R-D-L-S-E-J-I,
There, now you're ready for the next person. Alright, who's next?
H-R-D-L-I-C-K.
She'll be there.
Oh, wait.
He's just evaluating.
Well, then we're done.
Then you're all done?
I won.
We have none at midnight.
None.
That's something.
And then Brooklyn started, so we were done as soon as we got started.
But you filled out rubrics for them.
Actually, the correct husband is
Yeah, it's what?
It was kind of, or-
You are not making it now.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You are making it now.
I told him that like
Yeah,
10
they
times
have-
last week.
I couldn't think of
An
it, so
analog is
Some
something.
people don't
Yeah.
like writing Excel's already.
how do you spell
Something
now?
to do
And
with
we're gonna make
I'm not going to help you.
I gotta listen to some.
Lime roll.
I can't type.
That's
You
what
want
I
to
do.
type it in
Well, I
there.
can't have limes.
I heard this was like 3 weeks ago, I'm not really tech.
But it's gonna be bright green.
Yep, you're done with that, you don't need any more
Who's
reach.
next?
You can close
I
that.
just got the Y.
And,
Oh, yeah.
Put it into
He's
it.
all done.
okay.
That's, they just decided.
But no,
I have a little bit.
you have to go all willy-nilly.
I made 90 grand like less than 2 hours.
Oh,
So you guys should use the next 12 minutes, you can work on your projects.
Which ER did you have, smooth or rough?
To get to work on their projects, since they need
then can I go back
lots
to
of time
school
to
where I
work on
was
their projects.
originally?
You were missing one of them. What are your numbers?
So smooth and rough are two different, completely different things.
Yeah, they don't.
Beef.
No, they don't. No, they don't do the same thing.
Yes.
He said this is rough.
Sure, I'm missing the smoothie or something. Or is it evaluate T?
They want them together.
I know, that's why I'm going home.
Same.
How would your weekend be?
I've heard this.
Especially when it's like.
Because they're Word docs, they're not.
Yeah.
I know they're Word docs, they're not design.
Yeah, I have like cheesecake.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, my girlfriend.
Just the cheesecake.
I mean, yeah, if we love you,
I don't have any
actually. It'd be kind of disgusting.
You can't call them that.
Milk's not gonna be good.
You don't even know how that came wait for everybody to finish. They're not all done yet. Nope. Yeah, just wait. Yeah, just wait for a minute.
I don't know what else I'm gonna do for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we wanna put rubric in there somewhere?
We can just go at R.
So what do we do with our rubric?
Sacrifice.
I don't know, whatever you want to do. Okay, let's go.
You were all done, so we got finished.
You can actually go like step one.
No, actually, we built this table like a giant ladder.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And we put
The
it in his
pentagram in
basement. Yeah, we put it in his basement. And we took
Ah,
out
you're grading.
half of them inside.
Let's-
And we got it.
We bring them down.
You don't need your
Yeah,
badge.
I
No,
just
we're
know
here for another
from
40
fire-
minutes.
Analogy.
Okay.
Get better.
So, mine, I did like a circuit board, I have a cheater, but I'm a circuit board.
Okay, this is what I built. My
I wrote that
first
in
built.
the
I got
That's
my
my
soul
It's
panel,
like
Like, one week I'll be like crazy underground, next week I'll be crazy.
transforms sunlight into useful energy.
Everybody to finish,
It
okay?
charges
I'm kind of freaking
I got
out of that.
now it's got a black surrounding, there's a
Not yet,
cell
not
wall,
yet.
which is a barbed wire fence because of how
And
it
we have like,
it
we have a
controls the extra
Yeah, like solar
the
panels over on top of it.
black skin line, the cell membrane, as you
Well, yeah, we'll be
turn on and
trying
off, things can enter.
Oh, that's,
I found them in a sacred Native
Got the granary, which
So yeah.
grain
So they
inside,
wear like,
which
they
granary
paint our
is
faces.
vacuole, and then you
Yeah,
got the protein inside.
And we'll do this all in like
I
15
got my
minutes.
farm
Yeah, like a
house,
power, you know?
I have my
Everything what to do.
grinder, which is the rough
The
yard,
red one is like
I got my smooth yard, which is the trailer.
Then I got my hog barns, my mitochondrion, and my lysome, junk barrel, burn barrel slash junk hole. And then my scale, I did 120, 20 pixels in square is the same as 1 micrometer.
Why are you lying?
Farmhouse or nucleus is the nucleus and the farmhouse. The farmhouse is like the nucleus because they both control what's going on in the cell. The farmhouse controls where stuff you make plans for the day. Then the burn barrel system controls localizing because it is where broken parts or junk is got to live in. So it's not around anymore. Hog barn is like the mitochondria
Next year though.
because it turns, you put energy into it and transfers it into.
Yes. Well, not 100%.
Because you put
Yes
energy
or
in
no?
food into the hogs and they transform that into a
It's part of it,
The-
right? It's part of it.
Well, the
usable
vacuole is the biggest
currency
part of the cell.
that you can use to
I
buy.
did
The vacuole is the biggest part of the cell.
Biggest
The
organelle
trick
in
is
the
like
cell.
seals they are because it brings the quick supplies to
Because
where
it's all
they
in here.
like it brings
So are you telling me the cell
pallets
walls and cell
of
membrane are
feed
Yeah, but they are
to
organelles,
farms
but they
so
are
we
not
can grind
bigger.
it and
They
make it
they
their
don't take up.
fraction.
They
Rough
don't
yards
take up
like
as
to
much
grind
area.
because the grinder mixes up everything to have the correct proportions
Cell
and
wall is
you have very
But you may
good
have to
content.
address that.
the edge.
The greenery is
Saying
like
the vacuole
that
is the
because
largest
there's
organelle.
temporary storage. It stores grain in there for only a short
I
time.
think I do wanna see visual proof of that.
Oh, I'm calling you out, son.
Is it changing?
Wire fence lets so on because it controls where
Oh.
You'd be
you
hard
can
pressed to
structure so you don't plant in
what's
somebody
your
else's
largest organ?
area.
Basically, I'm gonna buy.
Your skin.
The electric fence like cell membrane
she's right.
because it controls what's
No.
relaxing.
And
We
your
are
skin is
sitting
out
up
to
for
the
a roll right later.
Electric fence is on, you're
That
not gonna be able to enter.
I am putting the hammer
So
into this nail.
move
So
around.
why do you want to
Putting
I
hammer
would,
down.
I would question whether or not
But your
that's
skin is made up
Or
of a lot
so
of
it counts like
small
forecast
little.
because it just.
Until I get an idea for a weird thing.
it's an entire.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
So whatever you have, whatever you buy,
Alex, if you could just stop because she's
you
gonna
text me
beat
every
you.
time you buy.
No, I.
Every single
Or
time.
every single time you think about buying something.
How big is the
Did you
vacuum?
ask him about Rowan?
And this is not a nice.
First, I'm gonna.
You don't need it.
Yeah, we do.
No, you don't sell them.
Motorcycle I bought.
No.
It's in
Yeah, I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a water race to unlock the paint job that I want. So I painted that color. Some 17 grand. I don't care.
Inside
And then I'm
the
gonna
cell
modify its tires.
is larger.
Both the tires.
There are some that have.
Maybe. I don't know. I tried to. Now I have that rim color.
We're thinking of it as a 2D model.
I have it
So
in.
look at these. I won that one match all by myself. I mean, the Ryan last year one.
I think we need to write down.
How close are we here?
I have to go get and then
Right now.
Slasher's so much fun. You said that it's over like after.
You need to work in
Does that mean the presentation you show us?
Try that.
So I played it.
I can't, I can see half of it.
Well,
I
that's,
got like
right,
very
right.
good.
But here's the deal, you tell us all these parts, then
Which one
tell
did
us
you
the
play, the
text
music
of the presentation.
No, I was at
What does that
I
mean?
think it was
You
Slasher
need to start
2
learning to combine them.
No, Slasher 3.
So as you tell us that, farmhouse,
Or just the regular.
Mrs. Schneider.
explain why that, right.
Well, she was just up
Really?
there.
How did that go?
Well, I'm always unprepared for asking more unprepared to eat.
Mrs. Schneider, where do you want me to put this?
Oh, it's somewhere in here that it's not gonna get, wrecked or ruined
For
or
my
whatnot.
plan is, I'm gonna go.
Nothing.
to a black-
See?
I'm gonna go to-
Black right?
Mrs. Schneider.
Yes, ma'am.
What does it mean where it says 3 points each equals 21?
I don't care.
Is there 7 things?
If you want, I can go with you.
Yeah.
Snacks and people on the way. When is it? The Friday after next week.
I let everybody else shoot first and then I try to clean it up at the end. And if
That's why it's called
Right,
So we have to see it.
What time, what day is it?
Haley.
a little bit.
Oh, Mrs.
Mrs. Bitterman actually was classroom right now. I didn't know she had.
We might not
What do you want she did?
She's had my computer for 2.5 months.
There's a design cycle on the wall over there. Have you spent any time looking at that? Probably not.
No, she. I think she's gonna find it.
Hi, Haley.
Also, I know she's Are you guys ready?
Everything you're gonna get spaced out.
I don't know what else you can put there, I would push through moisture.
You figured you doing those, and you figured out what was clean,
These ones right
what's
here,
not.
wet, all of these small.
You put it
Well,
on,
this is my house,
and you put it in
and
there,
all these small
and
things
you
that are
maybe took a look in the mirror.
are outlets,
Oh, you find out.
and they're, related to the mitochondria,
And then you go to work.
energy we use.
Okay. Everybody does
Into
it
outlets,
every day when you get
and
there.
then
You do the same thing.
these are walls in my house, and then there's, but like, cell wall tiles.
Solution.
Wet.
Like, some people can't come inside my house.
And now we just evaluate.
And
This
this
guy's
dark
give you
brown is
feedback
like
and
the
say
cell
this is
membrane
good, this
because
is
it
not.
controls
Is this one
the
the size?
what leaves my house.
This one should
And
go
then
to this one, but it's not in your model.
are
Those
windows,
kind of things.
and they're like fluorescent because they capture light and sunlight
When we go through here
that
and do
comes
this,
inside
those
the house.
guys did their job.
And
You
then,
would know exactly what's going
these
to
ones
be
are
coming.
doors,
But
and
if
they're
you
like the
just
plasma
turn it
membrane,
in here,
That's about all we do right now.
then you won't lose very many points.
oh, because they control what
If they
energy
did
we
it here,
use. And then, this is the refrigerator, and the refrigerator is like the red ones because
and then you're gonna have
they
to.
give people, they give people opportunity to survive.
Before they get a decent
And
grade.
then these ones are windows,
I don't see that as a
closets,
This is how we
and
run
they
downstairs.
are like the smoothie are because they both store stuff
Yeah,
to use at a later
when
time.
this problem at work,
And
Ron
then
does.
these
And I
two
know
right here are food for a
So,
picnic,
this is
or
life.
food that's made for a picnic to be later taken outside the house.
No,
And then
It's alright.
You could put that back in the window.
these ones right here
Hey, that's close.
are
That's close.
cupboards, and cupboards are
Jamin thinks he wants to
because they store food that can be used by the humans inside my house. And
Did you
then
get an email from me?
these are proteins, and eggs, milk, chicken, and peas, and those are high
Oh, Jesus.
protein. And then, this is my oven.
I found that article that I had.
And it's like the nucleus because,
way.
oh, the nucleolus, because
CW.
Okay.
they both produce stuff that can be eaten. And
Oh, you beat
then
Mr. Shrek, so I better continue the project.
these are people,
He always does.
and it's
Wait,
like
he
the
already tipped it
goal
over
of
once.
crunches.
You almost broke it.
Yes, that's
It's fine.
because they
It's
both
supposed to be
store,
sealed.
they both can store,
It's sealed up
they,
for the day
these humans like talk about stuff and they store out stuff and
I don't think I've read one outside mine.
these
Amazing.
are papers and they're like the
Is there anything
nucleus
growing on mine?
because they both contain information,
Now you just need to say,
information
what is
and
it for?
then that
Yeah.
information is like
Old.
shared to these people.
Honestly, better than nothing.
Haley, one thing I saw that was like the very first thing you said was
So yeah,
masses of the outlets and they produce like power or whatever. Outlets don't produce power.
Well, they like,
You know what we used to do?
so if you want something into an outlet, it kind of gives that thing power.
Turn it on and let it load.
Don't send them to her.
Really well.
We haven't told you what to do with them yet.
Oh, do we have choir today?
It happened.
Yes.
Any other questions?
I did it.
That's because you were trying to figure out. I'm not even.
Monday vocal is full.
Why did none of your parts look like they are?
Yeah.
Because it's like a talking over top in my house, so like these are kind of where they're supposed to be. It's like. Actually, since we have like 2.5 minutes, may I use the bathroom really quick? It's a refrigerator. Yeah, I know, you know, I just said they're a little bigger than they're supposed to be. Yeah.
Is it stale?
Can you go with
Some of it is, but some of it is. She just said no. Is that a table? My dad had humans in a shop.
Your father? I didn't realize you had
So this is
one.
You wanna know where I get my, I've had some pretty bad
When they started getting closer, you
I had my
decided-
great grandpa, no, they came literally speeds.
And I think you guys are done, right?
Your great grand. Do we send these to each other?
No.
The ones that.
Alzheimer's? Yeah. That's old shit, not old time.
Yeah, old timers.
Old timers,
You're just
That's
picking
it.
these.
There was
My
a
grandpa.
On the analogy.
Speeds everywhere, runs
They should get
down.
0 and 3.
plays pranks on your great grandpa.
Yeah, oh well. And my dad and his brothers, and my uncles, all do the same thing. Basically, what they're
They can go ahead and go back to their own seats then, right?
Basically what they're doing.
Yeah, go ahead and go back to your own seats then.
And we learned that, and then we learned it out our kid, and our kid learned that.
It's gonna be a cycle of bad habits.
Exactly.
Until someone dies.
Exactly, well, then we'll still do it.
You mean tell everyone dies?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, you're just.
Tracy.
Oh, see, it's hard.
All it's gonna be is,
And Mr. Schneider, since you let Paige go, you have to wait for her.
I know.
I am.
I've got a.
Bodily functions are overrated.
What's wrong with you? What happened?
Would we die if we never peed again? Would we die?
Work too much?
Yeah.
That's
Too much homework.
told me one day.
Like that's not
I had a rough week.
Why? What'd you do?
hard to slap through.
Spent a lot of money to fix my phone. LED.
Still hurt?
No,
How much she cost?
Yesterday, it's the LED.
How much she cost? What, your screen?
$212.
This is probably okay in house, but I wouldn't wear it
Ah,
outside.
it's
The screen under the
Yeah,
chair.
I said the LED.
Yeah, Friday I didn't wear it until I got home.
Dude, he fixed the phone and it works now. I think he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Stop.
The guy that Trevor went to
All right.
with my phone, I'm pretty sure he knows more about
At this point, you should have a whole bunch of test and evaluates. You should have 3 rubrics given to you, right?
Were we supposed to send them to?
No, you're supposed to wait.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
I told him to wait until you gave him direction.
You need to gather 3. So, Daniel gave his presentation. 3 of you should be giving Daniel a rubric.
You want that in email? Okay.
That's probably the easiest way to get them there.
Okay.
You have everybody's email in an assignment? Did I put a spreadsheet in an assignment like a really long time ago?
Broken, what's
So we should have everyone's
Yeah.
email.
Yeah.
Listen, you have about 2 minutes to get this done.
Oh, so send it to each person.
Send it to the people you evaluated.
Capital BB 4117.
We need to know who evaluated you, so you should take a look at them and make sure that that evaluator's name is on them.
Ah. Shoot.
Hey, Hunter.
But when Daniel turns them in, they all need to be labeled Foos.
Why now?
Give them
Because
anything.
they're-
Write yours.
Your last name, yep,
Scary.
or what it is. This is the test and evaluate, and you should have 3 of them. So just put a 1, 2, and a 3 on the end of them.
So
You
that's
are
how we label the.
That's how you
You
label.
are renaming the
evaluations.
ones that are being sent to you.
So my last name for that first part.
Their evaluations of you need to be turned in like this.
So
You're
When you
going-
send them to them, I don't care what they're called.
What?
You're gonna get 3 emails. You need to rename those files
Oh.
to match that right there.
This is what you turn in. This is what I need to see in Edmodo.
Rename it Trevor Leather.
Test and evaluate.
And up upload that into your Edmodo Cell City.
Wait, so if we're a one, we're supposed to put one on the end?
No.
No, you're adding all kinds of complexity to this, it
Test
doesn't
and
need to be there.
evaluate rubric number 1, test and
Okay.
evaluate rubric number 2,
So when you-
test and evaluate rubric number 3.
So when you get one of them done, then all you have to do is change the number at the
Correct.
last.
Copy and paste the
Correct.
file name, and when you copy and paste, stop copying right there.
Yes.
And then you paste 2, paste 3.
And then upload those into
Ta-da.
Edmodo.
Alex, I'm missing.
Hey, Haley, what's your number?
BB4117.
3085.
Did you get it, Parker?
Yeah.
Let them get this stuff sent. I can
Thank
get
you.
started on this next part. See this right here? Should hit that button.
Daniel, did you get my
Did you
email?
just when I have my name in there?
Taylor, did you get my email?
Just when I have my name
Taylor,
in
did you get my email?
What are you doing? What?
Riley,
What are you doing?
did you get my
No,
email?
for, I sent you.
Okay. Casey.
You don't have to put their names in.
Yeah, she said you had to put our names in there.
No, they
Your
will
name.
change them. You just send them to the people you evaluate.
Gotcha.
So once we get our rubrics,
Then you rename them.
I'm confused on the last two ones. What's T and E?
Test and evaluate.
Okay, what's the? Well, how do we know which ones are which then?
It doesn't.
Homework.
How come you get this?
Cause
I don't know, but
I
I'm
don't
already
care.
done.
You're my favorite person.
who
Kate.
did it, cause once I
What?
open it, it's gonna
That's
come here,
new.
right?
Alright, Riley, yours are
Paige,
32.
My
Yeah.
folder number 2's gotta have somebody else's name in there.
It doesn't.
Paige, do you feel loved?
I understand what we're doing.
Well, tell Parker, you didn't send a thing.
Didn't, I
What's
thought I
that
did, I'm
word
sorry.
after
You
cell?
send it, but you don't have a.
Right, attachment. You don't have an attachment.
yeah.
Mason's.
My bad.
What do we have this email?
Riley,
What are you talking about?
Okay, so it should be.
Yeah, and then you put it up into Edmodo. Once you've got
save it as
the
our last name.
Wait, so you do our last name from our high school?
correct.
Dude, I have no idea.
What is that,
Hi.
cell model?
Yes.
And we upload them.
This
Edmodo.
is Schneider.
Cell City analogy. Yes, Ms. Brown.
Can you come help me?
I don't know what I'm gonna help you with.
I don't know really what I'm doing.
What's T and E?
Test and evaluate. If you guys would have listened to that, we've already told you.
So I'm supposed to save. I'm supposed to save.
You got 3 emails?
figures. Yeah.
Okay, great. So that's what it is. You're gonna put your last name first, kiddo.
Oh, so erase all this?
You don't have to erase all of that. Yeah, you do have to erase all of that.
Okay.
Brower. Underscore. AHS. Underscore. Cell model. Are you looking for?
Okay, so I'm gonna
Yep.
just highlight these.
Yep.
Underscore.
Do you want us to
T&E.
resubmit or add them into a comment?
Resubmit.
Underscore 1.
You know you can
Copy
put
that
multiple
name.
attachments when you submit it?
Copy that name. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, you.
Do a control C. Awesome. And then save.
A simple question?
What does
Good.
Y
Now, where's the
L
other one that you got?
Your last name.
Awesome.
This is the.
Hunters right there.
Are you done with
Cool.
this question?
Right click on
Then
that.
you click on the 2.
Save link as.
Well, when do we turn this over?
Put it in the same spot as you put the other one, except now you're gonna do a key to paste. There you go. And put a 2 instead of a 1.
What does that say? Cell what?
Save, and do the same thing with the
Oh,
third
cell
one that you got.
model.
Young people, if you don't even have to download it, you can right click save link as in your email. Life is good that way.
Yeah.
So after we do all these, we put them into
Too late.
Correct.
Holy cats, people.
Parker,
What?
Mason needs you to send him something, I'm assuming?
I thought I already did.
Taylor, how'd you send your stuff?
You didn't have the email.
But I sent it again.
I didn't get anything.
Can you scroll up?
Go back to your email.
One second.
Yeah, right there. Don't click on anything. Right there. Right click. Save link as.
So how do you upload?
Mr. Schneider.
Into Edmodo? Or you Cell City, find Cell
Which
City
one are we
analogy.
uploading?
You're running out of time, people.
Ah!
You're running out of time.
You're going to
Yeah.
switch down here.
Oh,
Actually,
savage.
it's turned in.
Riley, you know
And you're gonna add
Yeah, no.
more stuff to it. You can even do it as
Now,
a.
did you get?
Yeah.
Scroll down.
Sweet.
I don't care.
And then you can go here and you can add more files. Yeah, and then add a file. And just add all 3 files. You can add all 3 files at the same time too, young people.
Mrs. Schneider,
Yes,
can I
ma'am.
turn that in
I
like
get
that
it.
though?
It's okay, just go down to a comment.
Or resubmit it?
You don't even have to, you can
Resubmit,
just
because you
resubmit.
already submitted one thing.
It doesn't matter. What do we submit?
Should not have resubmitted,
Oh, well,
It's easier for us if you resubmit.
but doesn't it overwrite their initial?
I turned it in.
Okay.
Okay,
So it's okay if I
There you go, Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
They're all in.
Not hard.
I thought you said you could open them.
Who, where,
He
what?
didn't do it online.
Who
You
else
can
am
I?
add
One,
multiple.
2, 3.
You can add multiple. Absolutely.
Part of the design.
Do we need to save these? Our project?
You should probably hang on to them.
Later, probably.
We might wanna set some things out at parent teacher conferences or
Oh,
something.
well, your final's not turned in.
Yeah.
You've only tested and evaluated. Following the design cycle, you've still got modified, and you have final turned in, so.
So,
Who are we waiting on here?
28 more days, Mr. Schneider.
okay.
Are you all done?
No.
I just gotta upload them now.
I have a big butt page.
I'm sorry that you went through here.
Actually, this is like one little thing and then I'm wearing my pants, so it's
These are all like the things on one.
That's funny, but then I thought.
You guys have all been in a photo far too long to be this
Far
confused.
too long.
I'm going to assume, since I haven't heard from anybody else, that you are done.
No, I'm about ready.
Danny boy,
I'm struggling.
What are you doing, Daniel? What's the
I'm
problem?
trying to upload them, but I couldn't
get
type
your
because
life
this.
together.
I'll
Come
tape
on.
them. No, 'cause then they hurt worse.
Just tape your fingers anyways.
Don't talk to him, let him finish.
Alright.
Yes, it's their fault.
Actually, we weren't even talking to you.
There's one on up there.
Parker, don't touch Gracie.
And then she my girlfriend.
I'm not your girl.
Yes. Right. Don't take over for Parker. I think Gracie's been irritated enough for today.
No, I'm fine.
You can wait till tomorrow and start over.
Attention, it's great.
Tomorrow you're online, Gracie.
That's not creepy.
Oh, that just sounded so creepy because I didn't even hear it at first.
Yeah, that's alright.
No, that's
We'll just
alright.
pretend it wasn't. Keep moving.
Okay, we're good now. I'm paying. I got bit by a hog on this knuckle, now I can't move it. Very well, it hurts to move it.
Then why'd you take them together instead of just?
Hey, Daddy.
Why do you
Because
like
now
pigs if they hurt
Okay,
you?
ask Maddie. How many hog burns do you have?
Just, I needed to see, now
Two.
you're just,
She
you're
has
just
like-
It's like.
She has a lot more.
Daniel, are you done?
Yeah, she has,
kidding.
she
All
has
right,
way
ready?
more pigs than you.
Here we go.
And cows.
Okay.
And
My
cows.
turn.
I don't know.
Next step.
Eric can back me up.
Do you want to tell him?
Go ahead.
Same.
All right. You now have a post test to take. It's in Edmodo.
I know, I got excited when I saw
It's
that, 'cause I
in
really
Edmodo.
like cells.
Go ahead and take quiz.
Yay.
Okay.
I get a fail up there.
Barry, can Jamin shut his computer off?
He can't.
Where is this test at?
It went away, Miss.
Edmodo.
Which one is it? The top one or the bottom one?
It's still there.
I haven't.
Oh, it's there now.
Is that cell organelles in their
Yes. Cell organelles and their functions.
Can we
I
use
still like
that?
organelles.
Can they use their own analogies and stuff? No.
Oh, that's cheating.
No, I think you close everything, take the test.
No, you can't use peripheral materials. If you're using your analogy to help define it, yes. Make sure the definition is complete though. You just misunderstood what he was asking. No, you can't use notes. No, you can't use each other. No, don't ask me. I'll lie.
Or see word next night.
No.
Interesting.
There's two ones that are the same.
No.
One
The
and
first two
are-
questions
Go! Do it!
Or two more tests?
It's just something to get.
There are
Read it when you
two
get time.
ones.
It doesn't matter.
Wait.
Yep. There it is, take the quiz. I think you might be done already.
Have to just wait for these guys to finish the quiz that you just
These guys are
finished.
just starting and you're already done. So they'll catch up with you in about 5 minutes. You just have to wait. Yeah, then we're gonna go pretty quick. 16 minutes. There'll be a bell, 12:30. It's only like we're 13 minutes after, 14 minutes after.
I am. I'm sorry.
If we get it wrong, will it tell us it's wrong?
It will, in fact, it will shoot you on site.
Sweet.
Wouldn't that be cool?
No.
You're wrong!
So 1 and 2 would be
But there's
That
no
don't worry
turn
about
on.
Yeah, you just gotta
Get
get
red
red.
stuff
Answer
everywhere.
I think you should electrocute the keyboard.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I would like hit really
Get
good.
it wrong, you get a
Oh,
shot.
so it doesn't tell you if you're wrong right away. Oh.
When you answer it, I thought it told me if it was right away. I'm like, oh, I'm getting all these right.
Me too.
Can we retake it?
No,
I don't think it
it won't.
No.
I don't even know if you can see it when you do it. Oh, you can, but it shows you which one.
It just gives them a preview.
This is a post this, you said? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I got the rest of these right. These are the ones I did. Now this one. Top right vertical.
See it now.
Is that quiz? Make sure you want to do this quiz.
Wow, I only got one wrong, but it was one because I got the okay, so 1 and 2 are the same. Well, they switched one, so I had the right answer on the second one, and I meant to put it on the first one, but
And
I
you just
clicked it
picked the
wrong.
same letter and they were in a different order.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh my gosh. That's embarrassing.
Oh,
Two
it's-
different answers.
Well, like,
Thanks, Danny.
No, I got 4 right.
Wait, I have a question.
No, I got you
No,
right.
don't. We'll explain it in a minute.
I had that old, I had that anyways.
But
Favorite.
two is different than
So
one.
what'd you get?
No, they're the
Second
same.
quiz
Mine
day,
are
I
the same
failed.
one.
Yeah.
I will gladly explain it in a minute. I will not explain it though if I have to continue to ask or hear all the questions that we've just said. Just chill about 1 and 2, for the love of Mike and Ellen. Goodness.
Mike, Nick?
But I can't chill.
Daniel, then I'm not gonna answer it.
Daniel.
You should become Mr. Freeze and be like, shoot it all.
Is anybody not done?
Me.
Okay,
continue.
Just a minute, James.
What are you doing? How many did you have? I don't care. Right, sure you're gonna stop this. Right, I was like, oh.
Passing this
Thank you for everything. I think they're all done, Mayor.
Are you all done?
Yes, I got 4 right.
Yeah, I just copied the wrong answer, the wrong question for number 2. So you might put the right answer down for both of them according to the question, but I'll fix that on the back end of that. Your panic value on a mistake like that is out of control. Chill out. You guys are sophomores in high school.
I didn't panic.
We got nothing to worry about.
Correct.
Yeah, we do.
Except failing.
I'll be honest with you guys know my rule though, if I'm not panicking and you are, you annoy me.
I
When
know
the
that that was
teacher's
a
not
rule.
worried, you shouldn't be worried either.
Teachers are never worries.
But you guys know, if we screw something up, we'll fix it.
Exactly.
You know that we're not gonna take points off when we should.
Although I will if I have to continue to deal with panicking.
There is a freak out penalty,
Yes,
Daniel.
10% right off the top for freaking
exactly.
out.
That's why you're just chilling.
This is, we tried this, we didn't use Socrative on this, first time we've tried the quiz feature in Edmodo. There's things I like about it, things I don't like about it.
That's kind of nice.
Do you care one way or the other?
I like
No,
this
I
way,
don't.
so then you don't gotta mess around with soccer too. Just hit the button and you're there.
You didn't know the operative, like, did that tell you your answer?
Yeah,
You
that's
can't
fair.
if we choose that option.
Yeah.
Paige, I like the way you think.
I generally don't choose that option because I know kids have wandering eyes and they look at everybody else's screen.
So here's the reality of this. You should all have your rubrics.
Not the reality.
You now have a modify that is due, and I need to look at the date on this. And you have a final to turn in, and we're not giving you class time to do either of those things.
What's the final for?
Your final is your final model.
Oh, okay.
You get a chance to fix it before we grade it and put it in the grade book.
I'm
You just got your peers to grade it and tell you what's wrong before you give it to us to grade it. If you wanna equate it to an old school assignment. You guys did that in grade school, right?
What?
You didn't share your papers with the person next to you and let them look it over before you turned it in?
No.
I had a teacher that had us do that all the time with our math. If somebody else look over your math, you have 5 minutes, and then if your partner can find an error, you can fix it before you turn it in.
What if your partner's not very smart?
Well, then you have to help.
Well, then you chose the wrong partner.
true. All right,
You need to work
so
with them and make sure they know too, so they can
Smart
find your
people
errors.
are
your modifications and your final are due the 3rd.
That's
tomorrow.
Yes.
Our modifications and final?
Can we have that due on
Tell me why.
I won't get it done tonight.
Tell me why.
Because,
I don't have the
you
ambition to
see,
do it.
are you expecting us to get this done during school or at home?
Yes. Both.
Wait, are we gonna have last class period to work on this or no?
No.
Well, I don't believe I'm gonna be able to get that.
Tell me why. We still haven't gone there yet.
Because I have other homework and I have a lot.
You guys, the place you never wanna start is I have other stuff I have to do.
No, this is the reason
Because
why.
our stuff is not important.
It is. It's another important
Hang on a minute, Erica actually had her hand up.
What do we, so do you want us to turn it into Edmodo or, because like, what if we have paper? How do you do that? Picture?
You're gonna turn that in,
So I turn
along with lab notebooks.
So tomorrow,
I have a reason why. we
Hey,
have-
Mason, let her talk, hon.
so we don't have class tomorrow, so do you want us to like put them in here?
Correct.
Okay.
By 11 again? 10.
No.
No,
You guys better get
Mason.
caught up or I'll
I have a
punch
reason
you.
why we should have it
I would
due.
love to hear it now.
Because the reason why is because once you fix one thing, you guys will find another thing for us to fix, and then we fix that thing, then we'll have to fix another thing, then you guys will find us to fix.
Yeah, but we're not testing and evaluate to modify, we're testing and evaluating for the final. So you need to take what your classmates have done.
And he makes a good point.
Right.
If there's stuff on there that we're gonna find, why can't you find it?
It's one of the coolest people ever.
When
I
you
bet.
spend over a week working on cell parts, and at the beginning of this, you guys agreed with me that it's, cell parts is in your 7th grade science book.
I love cells.
I love cells.
Doesn't mean
We're not done
learn
with
about
cells,
it.
we're just moving on.
But that's your job, you were supposed to be learning about it between then and now. And now you're supposed to have learned about it. And there's only a dozen or so parts, max.
I don't have a problem with the 4th, but nobody's giving me a really good reason.
Okay, the reason why is because if you make it due tomorrow, then no one's gonna do it.
Well, but that's not my problem, that's yours.
That's fair.
Some of us have a lot of
There's
modifications.
football games tonight
Oh,
that
yeah,
some
that's
students
no.
might be going to.
We have.
Wham.
Go watch the Panthers.
My grandma
I like
died.
that one, bro.
Yeah, see, got a nice ref here.
But the Panthers play tonight.
I have a good day.
That's not a reason.
Well, it is too.
Daniel.
Yeah.
The only grade
So,
Daniel, I can't hear you.
You want me to scream or something?
No, I don't, but I would love you to speak up.
Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to get done tonight after school. I have to go online or put up fence, and I can't get out of that because we need to graze that, and our cattle are out of feed. So, and then I don't want to stay up late because then I'll fail tomorrow's classes. So I'd like that
That made a little sense there.
Yeah, but I'm gonna throw you all under the bus though, I'll be honest with you. The whole, I've got other things to do really falls on deaf ears with me. It does. I know you guys are busy people, I get all of that, but here's the deal. What some of you are thinking about is I haven't done the assignment up to this point. That makes a lot of work for tonight. For those people, I don't,
No sympathy.
yeah, no sympathy at all. alright? The fact that you're gonna go out and enjoy yourselves, again, that's a balance you guys need to learn, right? Between going out and enjoying yourself and those kinds of things. Erica, are you just airing it out, or you
I
got
got a comment. I feel like to make it to the 4th, that gives us another day, and then that, therefore the product would be better, because we have more time to think about it, and we have more time to add stuff.
Add
Alright.
Deb.
I'll give you that, but here's the problem with that. I want proof that you're working on it tomorrow as well.
Okay.
How would you like proof of that?
Submit something.
Someone get
Take a picture
tomorrow's
of you
newspaper-
working on
newspaper.
it.
Take a picture and send a text.
No. We'll deal with that last hour because I know these guys, they're sneakier than that. They do what we do. Oh, look, I'm working. Off to the football game.
Genius.
So, we'll do it the 4th, but it's gonna be 4th at 11 o'clock. So at the beginning of this class.
Okay.
So you need our notebooks at that
I'm gonna
time
take
too?
your lab notebooks and your finals.
Okay.
Correct. And your modification, remember, for me, is always going to be a outline of what you've changed and why. And it cannot simply be I changed it because Gracie said to on the rubric. That's not a
So you
modification.
want a typed modification of what we changed?
It doesn't, yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be typed, it could be in your lab notebook, but yes. Alright, everybody cool with that?
Put it with the rest of your stuff.
Yeah.
The rest of it's in your lab notebook, put it there. The rest of it's on Word, put it there.
Alright, are we good?
Remember that a sketch is not a model? Even a pretty picture is not a model?
Yeah, Jamin, we're still talking out loud, just listen to what we're saying out loud.
Wait, time out.
Just listen,
So,
just listen.
say if we have a sketch, can we draw our sketch on the board?
No, not yet.
The page will be, it has to be nicer.
Even a really nice clean picture needs what before it's a model?
Labels.
Anybody? Labels in the form of?
Cheese? Labels in the form of cheese.
That'd be legit.
It's gonna need a key to go in there.
I have
The
just-
purple is
a
not,
little-
the green is the vacuole, something.
So, this one? Don't forget last hour too, you need to have the road done.
Picture and
Yeah.
like under that.
Yeah.
Done?
What I
See, I was
said.
gonna say, you're gonna let me say stuff out loud without correcting you.
No.
Chapter 2.
Was it 2 or 3?
Two.
One,
Two.
two.
It was
Mr. Schneider. The alcohol water plant has expired again.
Nope.
No,
Any other one beside it did?
I read
I
the
chapter, like,
Tell her.
Honestly, I really do want to read the
Here's the one with the bottom on the top.
It doesn't have the ambition to do
Don't
it.
get the paper, I get it.
You're
Thank
talking
you.
about the one at the bottom on the top, right?
I got your back.
I choose.
No, the one
Back up on that one. Roughly, you may go back up.
We start a new 2-week unit on Wednesday.
This is probably beginning.
What is it about? Cells.
Again?
How long has it been in there?
I like cells.
It's probably not.
Give it one more and then you can dig it up and look. Give it a good shot of real.
Because I'm wondering. Backhand to front hand. Sterilize.
I think the alcohol's gonna bring it down.
It's just not gonna grow. It's too crumbs to know what to do with it. It's growing upside down. You're gonna see roots in a week. I think it's sterilized.
Don't do
Mr.
that.
Schneider.
Is that what he did?
That's why I like it when you voice check. You're gonna voice text it all spell out. Text of it.
This one took off like.
That was actually
Young people, I'll be honest with you, your super plan to 70 points, some of you wanted to do it, and some of
70?
you have horrible grades, fix them.
70 or 7?
7-0.
Your cell analogy model is 60 points.
What does that do?
Not doing it.
Oh my gosh.
Fail you.
my bag.
The model that you're doing right now?
No, failing will fail you.
Super plan is overdue.
Actually, if it's not,
Schneider, you're confusing the swivel.
it's not overdue yet.
Huh?
No, it's over. The super plan?
If you had it done now, modifications are just
I would be
Oh,
very
yeah,
mad.
you're past due. Because it was supposed to be done right first.
I'll send you your assignments.
mine was done
It's
the
like,
first
it's
time.
like the fence you gotta make tonight.
Yeah, that's.